on today, but I'm coming on in the evening because this morning, I had a meeting with some women, some entrepreneurs, some business women, and we were networking, and I was introducing me, the Mental Equation, my book, and I was inspired. We had women that were auto mechanics to making jewelry, all types of things. I was so inspired and motivated to go forth. So I'm coming to you this evening because we cannot miss a day of meditation. I'm just sorry. That is not even in our repertoire. So we must come and intervolute. So maybe this is a good time. You've had a long day, some things have transpired, and maybe this is the perfect opportunity for you to meditate and bring it all back in. You're at home now, hopefully, and your family have made some demands on you. Now I'm saying make some demands on yourself. Self-care is the best care. So we're going to begin on this thrilling Thursday. Yes, this is a thrilling Thursday. We're heading toward the weekend, and we are excited about today. Your day is not over. You still have some mercies. Make sure you use up all your mercies because you get them free every day. And there is as many mercies as you need during your day. What? Some days we need more mercy than other days. Maybe this is one of those days where you need a few extra mercies. Well, I promise you, you cannot run out of mercy. And that is the good thing. Yes. So we're going to begin to breathe this afternoon as we enter into the evening. We're going to wind down. We're going to calm down. Maybe somebody got on your nerves today, but they couldn't get on your nerves unless you allowed them to get there. So we're going to calm down. We're going to just breathe a little deep breathing to expel the toxins of the day, and then to inhale some new breath, some new life, okay? So let's take it from the root chakra. Hopefully you can close your eyes so that you go into your insight instead of your eyesight. Breathe, take the breath, follow the breath from the bottom of your spine all the way up to your crown. You are kingdom property. And then begin to follow the breath back down to renew your root, your grounding. Let's do that. Breathe deeply. Hold it. Release it. Feel the tension moving out of your body. Let's do it again. Breathe all the way up. Follow the breath all the way back to your root. And it extends down to the bottom of your feet. Let's try it again. Yes, we have to get in that space, in that place. Come on, I know you had some things that go on today that kind of threw you for a loop, but if you're like me, I created my day. It was an hour drive to my destination today, and it was a 2-hour back because of the traffic. But I took that time, and what you have to do instead of being stressed out about what's going on outside of you, take that time to listen to something that's going to inspire you, that's going to increase your energy. So it distracts you from sitting there in the traffic, and it causes you to focus on some inner things going on inside of you. So anytime you're in traffic, make sure you have some earplugs, or you connect your phone to your sound system and begin to listen to some things to feed your mind, instead of you being angry by you having to sit there, or somebody's pulling out in front of you, or you have a fear of being late getting to a particular place. Calm yourselves. That's a form of meditation too. So we have to know the things that we must do for ourselves. Remember, tithe 2 hours and 40 minutes a day for yourself. That's our 24 hours. 10% of that. You're not paying your tithes if you're not tithing your time, your talents, and your treasures. So if you're just doing your treasures, you're missing out on the wholeness of the blessing. So, okay, we're going to get started today. I won't be before you long. I know you got to cook dinner, eat dinner, your favorite TV program. If that's it, maybe it's just a relaxation. But as you begin to focus on what we're about to talk to you about. It's going to create something greater in your days to come, in your nights, in your family, in whatever you do, especially in you. But I want to talk about, do you know how powerful your will is? First of all, most people don't even know what a will is. It's when you create an inevitable event to happen. That means without a shadow of a doubt, the decision has been made, you've seen it in your imagination, you have viewed it for what it's going to be, and you are stable in your present now that this event must occur. You have made a decision that this inevitable event is going to occur. That is your will. God has given you a free will. He said his will be done because he knew without a shadow of a doubt, there's not a question if it's God's will. It's an actual statement that his will shall be done. There are no questions about it. There is nothing that is causing this not to happen. So when you utilize your free will to make a decision, when you utilize your free will to go forth in your ministry, when you utilize this, you empower yourself to be what I always say, the greatest version of yourself. You block the arrows that come to shoot you down. Because when you make a decision, you stand on it. So how powerful is your will? Your will is an ultimate power for your life. And God gave it to you as a gift. And most of us don't use our will. We use the conditioning of an outside force to decide what we're going to do. The question is, who told you were naked? Did you make a decision? And being naked means open to what God has for you. When we begin to clothe ourselves with all this condition, then we actually don't really recognize our freedom, our will to be. We're not trying to be, y'all. How many times I got to tell y'all that? Trying is planning to fail. And we don't fail. We just find another way to do it. Whew, that's so good in the neighborhood. I know some of you thought, oh, I failed at this, I failed at this. I'm 58 years old and I still haven't done this. You have not failed. You have gained wisdom. Y'all stop saying I'm 48 years old. No, you're not. I'm 58 years old. I'm 68 years old. Say I am, whatever your age is, mine is 58. I'm 58 wise. Yes, because all the things that I've been through, I have to be wise. I choose to be wise. My will is to be wise. So yes, you have power, that dunamis, that exousias. In your will, you have the power to choose. And one thing God set me straight on is he said, I give all a free will. So if I give them a free will and I don't touch it, what makes you think that you can touch somebody's will to be, to do, or to have? You can't do that. You only have the power of your will. And when you take full responsibility, possession, and when you acknowledge it, then you begin to move out of fear. Because most of the times when we're in fear, we're indecision as to if we should or shouldn't. But when you take the stand of your will and all that you know and bring it into your now, you're going to operate in some power. You will be a power, a source to reckon with. You will not allow outside interference to come in and decide who you are, what you're going to be, what you're going to do. You'll know that. And the only way you can do that is you must be mindful, stay focused, and pay attention to every thought that is going in your head. And then first to your heart mind, then to your head mind. You line it up that way. Because if you line it up head mind, heart mind, there's going to be fear, doubt, selfishness, confusion, all of that rolling together. But when you take it to the heart mind first, this is where peace is. This is where faith is. This is where God's voice is. This is where you're going to hear that H-E-A-R-T. Hear what the Spirit is saying to you. The church not made by hand. And as you begin to listen from the inside out instead of the outside in, once you go in, you'll never be without. And we're here to do, to be, and to have. This journey that we're taking, we made a choice to be here. I know you may not think that, but when I had a conference with God, he said, you made a choice to be here. and I equipped you. And this is what he told me. He may not have told you that, but I'm just sharing with you what he told me. Said you have a choice. You had a choice to be here. And I gave you and equipped you with everything you needed for this journey. It's just once you got in the matrix, in the womb, all kind of stuff came to cover up what I had given you. So they start governing your mental, and they tried to make you forget that you forgot who you were. So I'm here today to wake you up and tell you that you have a will to be. You're not trying to be. You're not going to be. You just are being in this present moment with all of your baggage. The things that you will to change, you come with all of that. But today, as I was sitting in traffic and God began to talk to me about the will, he also talked to me about the image. He said, you're a mirror of me. Image means a mirror. Can you imagine being a mirror of God? We are operating in his imagination, which is unlimited. So as you look inside of yourself, you can see that you're a mirror of God. There is so much in you that if you would just take 2 hours and 40 minutes of your day to explore all the greatness that's in you, all the power that's in you, all the creativity, the anointing, everything, you are so equipped for this journey. Would you send your child out to a particular place? Let's just say they're going on a field trip. And the field trip required money for food, water, a hat, and a coat. Would you send your child out without equipping them for the journey? Of course not. So why would God, when we ask God, why am I in this situation? Why did you let me get into this? There's no way. Come on, y'all. We must, with our own will, say, God, since I'm in this situation, I know you equipped me for it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to trance through it. I'm going to cross through and beyond. I am not going to be stopped by this foolishness, this illusional stuff, these distractions. Come on, y'all. We got to wake up. We've been asleep so long. We have been asleep so long. Now it's time to know that your will has explosive power. It has executed power. And so when you begin to manifest that on the outside, people will see the light. You don't have to wear a big cross, a total big Bible. I always say I'm this and I'm that. But they will see, because you're a light being and you're a God being. And you cannot hide light, not even in darkness. That's why you equipped. Some of y'all just want so bad to be somebody else. Why? When there's so much in you, you want what somebody else has. Why? There is so much that is at your fingertips. Whew, all of this is creative space. And I talked yesterday, I know the video did not come out, and I'm going to have to redo it at some point, about how words mean absolutely nothing until you breathe life into them. When you breathe life into them, they become living. It becomes the living word. That's why the word is living. Because when God blew air into the nostrils of atom, energy, he became a living soul. So he's given us the power of life and death in our tongue, in our language. And when we blow life into words, they blow up and they have life and they begin to live. And you begin to sow a seed, and that seed germinates and goes through the process and comes back all grown up. What? You sowing these seeds as seeds, but when they return back to you, they come back all grown up. What? That is your investment. That is your interest. Oh, this is some good stuff on this thrilling Thursday afternoon. Aren't you glad you're here? Just put it in. Just put it in the text. Say, I'm so glad I'm here. God has allowed you an opportunity to hear this and apply this. It does not matter how old you are. Because remember, the older you are, the wiser you should be. And you should be operating in your wisdom. What? You know what? I'm just feeling every part of me in God. I'm feeling everything He's put into me. These days, every day is a day of thanksgiving. It's a day of joy, of peace. I create my day. I don't let my day create me. I get up with energy. I lay down with energy, even when I'm tired today. I don't know where this, I do know where this energy came from. Came from within. And so today, let's begin to know our will has power. You do matter. You do matter. Your conversation matters. Your operation in your everyday life, it matters. You are not labeled by outside people telling you you're nothing or nobody. You matter. And your mental stability matters because we serve God with our minds and we operate in the greatest version of us in our minds. So you've got to know that your will is a part of your mentality. Yes, yes, yes. Just say yes, yes. You are operating. You are demonstrating everything that you're made of. Anytime you're moving in a low frequency, it's because you have made a choice, a will to do so. You were not sent here to fail. You were not sent here to be sick. You were not sent here to be poor. You were not sent here to be unhappy. You were not sent here to never have any peace. You were sent here equipped with all that. Oh my God. Now, you have to ignite your will to access that inner power that's inside of you and begin to operate. Stop existing and start living. Listen, it's not based on how much currency you have. I don't call it money no more because money is just energy. And energy is currency. And currency is finances. I know I told those words up. But that's what they mean to me. You have to have a light language. A language that shines light into your life. Just because they say something doesn't mean you have to accept it. Come on now. Stay in your own lane. Write your story. We all heard about his story, her story. What is your story? It is time for you to write your story. As you begin to write your story, you create your glory. And we live from faith to faith and glory to glory. He didn't say it from pillar to post. He said from faith to faith and glory to glory. This is your glory moment. Nobody knows the things that you have to deal with and go through. And they don't need to know. But the one thing that when Jesus came back to his disciples, and I always say the disciples, like Reverend Knight say, are disciplines of the mind. When he came back to the disciplines of the mind, your mind, he came back with the glory. But the disciplines of the mind said, one of the disciplines of the mind said, I won't believe till I see your wounds. Well, can you move from just seeing other people's wounds or seeing your own wounds to seeing your glory? You made it this far. You are here. You're not nowhere. Cut that word up. You are now here. And you're operating. I'm telling you, regardless of what's going on the outside, regardless of going on what's up, I'm telling you, everything is in reverse. But if you don't know that, you'll still try to do things normal. Everybody's excited because they say, take off the mask. Why? Because we're in such a hurry to get back to normal. It never was a normal. They just told you it was. And now they're telling you it was a normal to put on the mask. Now they're telling you it's a normal to take it off. You better hear what the Spirit is saying. You better be led, guided, and moved by what the Spirit is telling you. One thing, and I'm going to get ready to close. One thing that God shared with me, he said, every morning, Since I've not given you a spirit of fear, and oftentimes you wake up with that on your mind, he says, acknowledge the fear. Don't resist it. Don't try to get rid of it, but acknowledge that it's there. And once you acknowledge it, you go to the resolution of it, the polarity of it, the answer to it, it's the solution of it, however you want to put it. I say resolution. I go into my soul, my fourth dimension. I go inside of me because he blew into me the breath of life. And so if he blew that into me, then if I go into my soul and become living again, I'm going to get the resolution for this situation. There's always an answer. And a thing doesn't remain a problem when you decide by your will that there's an answer. And once you go there, once you know that, can I know it? So every morning I get up. If there's a fear going on in my head, I said, wait, I hear you, fear, but not today. We're looking at the resolution for today. I don't know what you're going to do next week or the next minute, but in this present moment, I got the resolution. And so if I'm thinking this is going to be a difficult day, no. I recognize there are some things I have to face today, but they won't be difficult because I have the resolution. I'm equipped. I have a will to choose how I'm going to feel in this day. What? Do I have pains in my body? Yes. But I decide how I'm going to feel. And if you don't focus on those pains and keep rubbing and doing all of that, they will go away. They demand attention. And when you give them attention, they will continue to be your focus. Y'all got to learn your power now. It's some days I get up, I don't feel like it. An ankle might be hurting, a knee might be hurting, side or shoulder, something. But I have a mission. I'm on a journey. My body heals itself. I'm empowered by the Most High God. I live out of the imagination of God. I'm the mirror of God. I'm in his image. But that is a lot. Once you do all that, your body will straighten up and say, wait a minute. She operating in the wheel today. Yes, sir. Oh, this is so awesome, y'all. This is good in the neighborhood. Let me tell you today, like I told you, I had an opportunity to be with some awesome women of all colors that have their own businesses that are doing the darn thing. I'm excited. They encourage me. I offered them my book. I spoke today as an author. Do you hear me? I am now author. Sometimes I don't even recognize that. But I was excited to explore with them my adventures that's becoming to this point. So I'm still asking y'all. Y'all don't make me beg. I'm still asking you to invest $15 on Amazon. I have copies if you're anywhere near me. But if you would just invest, it's going to be life-changing. I promise you. As being a woman of God, as being a spiritual evolution, as being a motivator, I promise you it'll be a good investment. It will be a seed. And when it comes back in your life, it's going to be all grown up. It's going to have the roots, the trunk, the leaves, the limbs, the fruit, fivefold. It's going to have all of that. Well, let me get out of here because I'm feeling this thing today. When you recognize the power of your will, you will not be still. You become a movement instead of a monument. Yes, sir. I'm telling you. Well, you've been created by the Creator to be creating. So start creating your creations. Stop duplicating other people. That's plagiarism. Let love, joy, peace, power, sound mindedness be your soul food for the day. Listen, I'm sending you out some of this energy. It's so much energy in this room. I'm going to send you some. I got some overflow. I got some interest. And I'm going to send it out to you because I don't know what kind of day you have. But I created my day. The rain tried to stop me. The traffic tried to stop me. All kind of stuff tried to stop me. But I pressed. I had to get to the mark and the prize. So may the love, joy, peace, power, and sound mindedness be your soul food today on this thrilling Thursday. Know the power of your will. Please and thank you. Support HAPS TV. I thank them for this platform. And please download the app. and support this ministry, whatever you call it, this motivation, whatever you call it, as long as you call it. I'm not offended by what you call it, even if it's something negative. That way I know I'm getting the point across to you. But please, please, please support this ministry as we grow and flow to know more. Man, I already said that, didn't I? Oh, okay. Well, this is Michelle, now motivator and your spiritual evolutionist. I am signing out for the evening. But listen, I'll be back here in the morning at 10 a.m., hopefully sharp. And once I come back, I'll come back with some more information, education, motivation, all of that for you. As you begin to move forward, God is right there with you. Remember, you're in the mirror. Look in the mirror. You're in his image. Be blessed.